Life Science Cares activates the financial and human capital of the life science industry and partners with nonprofits to disrupt the cycle of poverty and inequality in our communities. We see a future where our neighborhoods have access to basic needs, access to education, and access to the opportunity that will allow them to thrive in the community. And so that means a lot of bringing our community, our life science community together to volunteer, to contribute time, talent, and treasure on behalf of community organizations doing meaningful work every day.
Yeah, so I think I would just add that we know that there is tremendous compassion that exists within our industry, and our goal is to be a vehicle for that compassion. So people express that compassion every day in their day jobs, trying to find answers for human health, but we also try to help them to channel some of that energy into helping the communities in which we live and work.
I think you cannot discount what the value of volunteers showing up in the community is. First, to Life Science Cares, we literally don't exist without leaders, employees, the whole framework of the life science industry. We build off of that community to make connections in the greater Boston community and in our other sites in Philadelphia, San Diego, San Francisco, and New York. What does it mean for our nonprofit partners to have professionals from our industry giving back? It looks and feels a little bit different. Every relationship is different, but I can tell you that I think we're often so spoiled, frankly, in the industry with an abundance of resource, expertise, passion, knowledge, commitment, time that we can use for good. And so for many of our nonprofit partners, they don't have that abundance of additional resource. In most cases, people showing up, whether it's one time or over a consistent period of time, means they can do their work better, faster, bigger, reach more people. We can be extra hands, legs, hearts, and minds for so many community organizations.
Yeah, and one of the beauties of Life Science Cares is there are a lot of ways to give back. I mean, I think a lot of people have volunteering and they think about, going to a place and doing something, whether it's serving food to the homeless or tutoring a kid. And there's certainly a lot of those opportunities available, but there are also opportunities to join a board of a nonprofit. There are opportunities to give your expertise, be it in leadership or in accounting or in legal services, back to a nonprofit that has a need for those particular skills. So one of the things we do is, we're very proud of, obviously, of the financial support we give to our nonprofit partners, but our human capital support is just as important, maybe even more important. And that comes in not only volunteering, but just connecting the resources of our industry with the needs of our nonprofit partners. That's when really the model of Life Science Cares really takes off. There really is kind of a flywheel effect that happens because essentially companies realize now that they need to be able to engage their employees to have the kind of culture and company commitment that they want. And increasingly, employees, particularly younger employees, are looking for their companies to help to have an impact on the world. And these are the things that employees want in order to feel connected to their company and connected to making the world a better place. So Life Science Cares provides a benefit to companies to be able to provide these opportunities and have companies plug in. Employees get something out of it because they're getting the engagement experience that they're looking for. And as we just said, our nonprofit partners, one of the things we do uniquely well, I think, is sit down with them to understand what are your real needs? What is it that will unlock what you do for the people you serve? And we try to match that with these human resources. So all of these things really do tend to feed on each other in a very positive way. And that's one of the reasons why I think this model has really taken off.
One of the best benefits of doing the work that I do is being able to be on site, either if a company group goes to a nonprofit organization to give back or bring something into the office as a give back or service project. And the level of conversation, the crisscrossing from personal to company, the breaking down of barriers between employees and teams to just have conversation and come together in that sense of community is really quite unique. And I think that we hear time and time again from leaders and team leaders that bringing in a service element helps everybody come together in a completely different way and ultimately changes their view of each other, their view of the people they work with in the community, and their view of what our responsibility and opportunity is to make a difference. I would encourage anyone who has the teeniest, tiniest bit of extra energy, time, or treasure to think about the small or large way they can give back this upcoming holiday season. The need is incredible post-pandemic and now in recession and economic challenges. We feel it in the industry, sure, but the people who are in need in our community are suffering significantly more when prices rise, when jobs are cut. And so the opportunity to come together to do something meaningful in this time of celebration and reflection, you will not regret it, and no effort is too small. So consider figuring out one way between now and the end of 2022 you can give back. And we'll reach out to you in 2023 to figure out what's next.
Yeah, and just to follow up on that, I think, look, a lot of times the idea of changing the world for the better is so overwhelming that it prevents us from really thinking about how we can make a difference individually. And I think what the magic of Life Science Cares is to say, look, you can still have your extraordinary busy life, you can still have your amazing career. We can help you to plug in with whatever time or whatever way you want to help our nonprofit partners to make a difference in the world. And that could be treasure, that could be donations, it could be time, it could be your talent, whatever those things are. If you can just kind of give us a call and talk to us about the way that you'd like to participate, we'll put your talents, treasure, and time to work. So as Sarah said, this is a great time to get involved and get engaged. And we have a lot of nonprofit partners who are doing great work throughout the country now who can use your help. So please give us a call and we'll put you to work.